Tonight. Come on.
We bring our praise, we bring our best. The tithe, the harvest, every test. The windows of heaven open wide. The glory fall, the fire won't hide.
Come on.
Good Monday morning. Welcome back to God, Family, and Country. I'm your host, Tim Beard.
Hi, I'm Ken Morse.
How are you?
I'm good.
So, it's a little chilly out here.
Yeah? You didn't warm it up before I got here?
No.
No?
I'm
on my toes, though.
Yeah, it's a little springing around here, trying to stay warm. It's been warm, right? I mean,
yes.
Partially warm. So, last show, I plugged my computer in, so I unplugged the heater over here. And so, usually that stays on all the time. And then it was warm the other day, so I shut that other one off completely.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
It's not bad, but I told you, though, once we get in towards the end of the show, we're probably like, whoo, it's warm.
Yep.
Anything fun and exciting going on?
I spent the whole day getting my house. So we got some foster kids coming.
Yeah,
My wife wanted to do some fostering. And so what that requires is making space for more kids. So that's been my whole day.
Fun.
Yeah.
So it's so funny. It's like if you're a plumber or you do that type of work, that's the thing that gets neglected the most in your house.
Absolutely.
My dad was a carpenter, so those things get neglected. Like it's how it is. Like if you find an electrician,
yeah. Well,
there's a wife out there of an electrician that says, "Yeah, he didn't finish this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right? Because you do it all day.
Yes.
And then come home and do it again.
100%.
I get it.
So I want to get so we only have one bathroom in our house right now, and off of our bedroom is going to be a master bathroom that I started, and
okay, I see where you're going.
But it's like getting to the point where it's like, I just want this done.
Right.
But there's like sheetrock and stuff, and I don't like doing sheetrock. And I told her, I was like, listen, I'm too busy. There's just too much going on. So why don't you just have someone like Amelia can do the plumbing, and then we'll just have whoever come do the other stuff. So our friend Alan was here earlier today, just looking at some stuff, and so that's what he's gonna finish it.
Nice.
Which will be nice because it gets to a point in your life where you have to say, all right, you know what, this unfinished thing is not bringing, it could bring so much more joy to our lives.
Right.
Having our own bathroom, having the space done.
Well, it's like having a sliver or something.
Yes.
It's just there.
Yes. So we've been working on that, and then the other night, so I just had this really good talk with my wife. I mean, more on her side than my side. she's like, we just need to talk about some stuff, not like horrible stuff, but
Sometimes you could, yeah.
you do like you know, it's very true. Like I feel like I take her for granted on a lot of things.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I just like I'm just used to her doing these things. I'm doing my things, and sometimes I get confused, I guess, in my head where it's like, well, that's your job and this is my job, but it's not, right?
Right.
You're a team,
Right.
and so you know, like we had a great talk, which was awesome. Like it helped a lot, you know. And we don't talk enough. Like we're already so busy. We got kids. Like
Yeah, I get it.
it's those little things, you know. So I came home the other night and I was like, you know what? Somehow, and I'm not even sure, but when we did our bedroom, there's 2 outlets that I know I ran the wire up in the ceiling and then down into where there's a junction box to hook them together. Well, we've been in this house now for 3 years, and there's 2 outlets that don't work, which are like pivotal outlets, like because where they are is like where we have like a TV and stuff. And
Gotcha, yeah.
so we've been running an extension cord out into the living room, plugging in, like stupid though. I just something simple. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I did just forget it up in the ceiling, and there's a spot I can look. So I took down the boards, and I, you know, it was a pain, but I look up and I'm like, yeah, I mean, there's a wire that's going over there, and I'm like, I mean, unless it's going over for the light switch, I don't know, but anyway, so I was like, I was gonna just go into the living room, just cut a little sheetrock in our, you know, bedroom, and then do it.
Yeah.
So then I looked in the living room again. I was like, there's an outlet within like 15, 16 inches on the backside.
On the other side of the wall.
Yeah, so I just went in our bedroom. I was like, you know what? I cut a small hole, drilled the hole into the 2x4 so I could run the wire, and then I just junctioned into that outlet and then got the other 2 outlets going. So, like, I accomplished something this
Yeah, that's amazing.
this past weekend, and I think I did it on like Friday or something. I don't remember, but and it all worked. I was like, oh. It's those little things that in our lives that we often just
like
procrastinate.
Kind of,
Yes,
it's like they're annoying, and
yes,
but you can get on your day without having to deal with it until.
Yeah, and I think that's something we forget so much is that we take what we have and we take it for granted, or a lot of times we just get in these routines or, you know, motions where we're just stuck in this area.
I'm with you. I actually have to, because I keep forgetting really, but behind my bathtub and shower, there's probably a 5-foot wide spot of space between the back of the shower and the other wall, bathroom wall. And my wife's been not bugging me, sorry, that's the wrong thing to say, has been asking me to build shelves there. And it's super simple. You just put a 2x4 on each side, slide a piece of ply. Like, it's probably 2-hour job tops. Yeah, I need to do that. So I feel what you're saying.
But you need to build that garage with that apartment, tear this house down, and build your house. That's what you remember.
I agree with that. But for now, this would make my wife very happy.
Yeah, you should do that then.
Just because there's nothing there. It's a weird space. And the way, it's just a weird, and she's been stacking a towel. We have no storage in our bathroom, basically. So this would just temporarily at least fix that.
Yeah, it's just funny because, and I guarantee everyone that listens to the show is probably the same. They have a room or they have some place in their house or some unfinished thing that would bring them so much more enjoyment and joy in life if they just were to finish it.
It'd be better for me. I wouldn't have to dig on the floor looking for the towel. Like,
It's a pain.
So I just got to do it.
And it's like every time I clean out that bathroom to do stuff, if you wait and it doesn't take long, and then things just go in there.
Right.
Like our suitcases are all in there right now.
Yeah, we just organized those today. Like, we're trying to build space for the kids coming in. But yeah, the problem, it's not that I'm neglecting it either. I mean, I could find the 2 hours 100%, but life is, like you said, it's so busy. She's got her stuff and all the things, and I got all my stuff going on. And then sometimes when I get home, I just want to veg out for like a couple hours kind of thing. So
and that was like kind of the conversation me and Andrew had. I was like, that's what happens to me. I get home, my mind never shuts off, and so like I'll put my head in my phone as a way to escape, but then I'm missing important things at home that I should be present for.
Yep.
And it's just, but it's crazy. Like, I was just like, you know, reflecting on this is like, wow, you know, you don't realize as much. And then, you know, if she doesn't say anything because, you know, she knows I've worked all day, whatever, like things just go, right?
Yeah, you get complacent.
Yes.
Yeah, I totally. And it's
Yes.
not intentional.
No.
And it's not like my Tara a lot of times be like, oh, so you're just gonna come home and be on the phone, and I'll like, yeah, you're right. Let's have a conversation. Because really, if I just gave her a half hour of intentional time, she wouldn't care what I did the rest of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's just complacency on my part.
It's crazy because it's crazy because you talk and then you know obviously feel better at the end about things, right?
Yep.
And I told her too. I said, and it's totally a me thing, but I was like, every time you're like, I want to talk, instantly I think bad things.
Yeah, it's a man thing.
Yeah, I think. Okay, good.
Yeah.
That makes me feel better. I was thinking it was just me.
Yeah,
I was
because you're like, okay, what?
right.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what did I do? What's wrong? Whatever.
Right.
But that's not the way to look at it, right?
Right.
I mean, sure, maybe that is the history you have with.
She may point out some things, but not,
Right.
it's not always.
But here's the reality then. If that is the case, like for me, if it feels like that's the case, then you know what? Talk more.
Right.
And then that won't seem the normal anymore, right? It'll just
Right.
be, So it was just it was a good, like, reflecting, and it's simple things.
It's healthy for your marriage.
Yes.
Like, same thing. Me and Tara, we'll go a while, and then all of a sudden, like, hey, we need to rein things. Like, we just need to be more intentional again.
Right.
Right? Because we got complacent, whatever it is.
Especially parents when they're raising kids, they think, their number one priority in life is raising your kids. That's the most important thing in your life. And besides God, no, it's your relationship with your wife.
Yes.
Because if or your husband, if obviously
Right.
your wife. So if your relationship suffers, if your relationship fails, then so doesn't raising your kids.
Yes.
Because sure, can you still raise them apart? Yeah, I have a mixed home.
Right.
But it's not as good. It's not. You can't be as good of a parent
Oh,
when both parents are together.
Right. Yeah, I can see the difference between my 3 older kids and my 3 younger kids for sure. My 3 younger ones, me and Tara, have been together the whole time.
Yes.
Right. It's just it's a better environment for everyone.
Yes.
Like, and it's just keeping that environment solid and safe and loving. And
I guess it kind of remind me too, like, and I told her, I was like, listen, you just gotta remind me sometimes because, it's just one of those things. But, the things that I let slip or maybe I don't cater to my wife as much as I should, like, then, okay, well, what if that was one of my daughters?
right. Well, it's like exactly. Tara said something to me a couple days ago. She's like, the only reason I want to talk to you when you get home is because I don't have no adult interaction for most of the day because I'm taking care of the kids and dealing with, like.
Yes.
I was like, okay, that makes sense.
And I will tell you, and this is not a mistake I've ever made. I've never said to my wife, well, you're just here with the kids. I'm not working. That would be stupid.
And it's just not true.
And it's not true.
Right.
There's times like, so my wife will answer the phones for the business
Right.
and schedule stuff and then deal with, a 6-year-old and a
Yes.
2.5-year-old. And I can tell you, I've had days where I've been home and I would rather go to work any day than deal with the chaos. Like, not that I don't ever want to be
Oh, when
like,
Tara worked full time, same thing.
Yes.
I stay home with them when the kids were little.
yes,
I couldn't wait for her to get home.
yes.
Like,
I'm like, I don't know how you do it.
Right.
And I said it to her. Like, I don't mind admitting it. Like, I don't know. I don't know how you do it.
right. I'm with you.
It's crazy.
It's a motherly thing that.
Yeah.
Thank God we're both blessed in that area with
Yes.
wives that just
Uh-huh.
they just take care of the stuff that we take for granted most of the time.
Yes, I was like, I don't know how you do it. I don't. It's just crazy how, and it's, you turn your back and 5 minutes later you come out in the living room, you're like, what just happened?
Right.
Someone's drawing on someone. It's just like complete chaos.
Yes.
And my kids are good. It's just,
Yeah.
they're kids.
They're kids and kids are kids.
And this time of year is tough too because my kids like to go outside.
Right.
They've been cooped up in the house all year, really.
Yeah, Corey, he's got ADHD for sure, and I can't wait for summertime
Yeah,
because
so
he'll spend most of the days out there. He really he does. But
Right.
yeah, I'm with you, man. I feel
So crazy. So I just before he came in, so Olivia's boyfriend Carson, he's like, I need a needle valve, and I'm like, what? But
like a basketball.
No, well, exactly. I'm thinking
That's what I think when you say needle valve.
that or like in a tire.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly. Yeah.
the stem, like so. No, it's his sugaring thing. It's kind of like what you'd use on your ice maker connection into your line.
Okay.
So it's a shut off, but it's a small, like 1/4 inch one, or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay. He showed me a picture. I'm like, and honestly, he was correct in the sense that the package says right on it needle valve.
Right.
I've never heard of it called that, but okay. So I picked him up at Home Depot, and then I was just telling you before we came on to do the show, I was like, we should have him come in and talk about sugaring, because that's just starting now.
It is.
SAP's starting to run, and him and his dad do. I think he said he's got like over 2,000 taps or something like that. So
Wow.
He's a shy kid, but it'll be fun for me too. So
Right.
we'll see if we can get him in on next one of the shows for next week. So
That'd be cool.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. Like, I like that stuff, and Andrea doesn't like maple. Like, she likes fake maple syrup, and she will do the regular, real maple syrup.
Right.
But she doesn't like the maple candy. She doesn't like the smell of like the sugar house and stuff. And I'm like,
Okay.
I think it's great. Let's like,
I like it. I like maple candy, but it's one of those things you can only eat like a little bit.
oh
right.
yeah, 'cause
Right.
if not,
right.
man.
Right.
You talk about sweet.
Yeah. Oh, wicked.
Like,
Yeah.
wow.
Yep.
I mean, send you out of this world. Wow.
Yes. But
I brought some to my friend Udelki in the Dominican, and I said, just like one, and she puts it in her mouth, and it wasn't really the reaction I expected, because it was more like Andrew's reaction, like, oh, it's so sweet. I'm like, it's good though, like,
right. Just melting slowly over your throat. Right.
yeah, it's so good. But yeah, one piece, and if you're diabetic, you really want to be careful of that stuff.
Yeah. I have. Yeah. I get like a piece of a piece.
Yeah.
Right. Just the taste. But
Crazy. All right, so I want to talk about this thing for a second. I was on. Have you ever heard of Oriental Trading? It's like I don't know what you call it. It's a company that just sells a bunch of stuff, like for Easter and Christmas and all those kinds of like
okay, interesting.
things, like little crafty things too, and like all kinds of stuff. You'll have to check it out. Oriental Trading.
Okay.
I should be like, hey, you need to sponsor the show or give
Right.
me.
Exactly.
But anyways, so I saw it because of Facebook. So I'm scrolling through Facebook. This thing comes up, and I remember my mom, I think, used to get this magazine in the mail, and it was cool to look through it. It's like cheap stuff, but it's like literally like holidays and birthdays, and it's just all these kinds of things, right?
Okay.
So I click on it, and I'm looking, and I was like, oh, they got like these little bags that say like Jesus is risen. So I'm like looking for all this Easter stuff for my
Right.
kids. They got eggs, we do the Easter egg hunt, and it says he is risen, and then inside there's like a Jesus,
Cool.
And so I was like, well, this is cool. Of course, I just keep buying, I'm buying and buying, because I'm like, well, I can bring this to church and give it, So anyways, I look, and in the layout, it's got different categories and stuff for under Easter, and then it says religious Easter. And I'm like, wait, religious Easter? Easter is the celebration of the resurrection of Jesus Christ, which is religious Easter, yes, but there is no other Easter. Now, I know a lot of people out there, they don't celebrate it that way.
Right.
Well, I'm here to tell you that that's what Easter is. You might celebrate it with the Easter bunny and all that, but Easter is the celebration of the resurrection of Jesus Christ.
Right.
And so I was just like caught off guard. I'm like, religious Easter?
Like there's different versions.
Right. I was just like flabbergasted by the whole thing.
Right.
I'm like, what?
Now this is Chinese stuff.
It said, no, I don't. It comes from China.
Well, I'm thinking they're putting their own culture, if that makes sense.
It's not. It's so it said business shipping 5 to 7 days. So it's not directly from China.
Okay.
It's in America.
Right.
So I guarantee it all comes from China.
Right.
Because most everything.
I'm just
comes from
wondering
China.
where whoever puts up the ads, where they're doing this stuff.
Right.
Whoever put this in their marketing department
Right.
felt the need to do that.
Right. Rather than just Easter.
Right. Right.
Because that's what Easter is.
Right. It should just be Easter, and it should be everything they have under that category.
Yeah.
Now, I'm with you.
Like, do you have one category for like religious Christmas?
Right. It's silly. I agree with you.
I mean, I just don't. I
Here's your regular Christmas stuff, and here's your religious Christmas stuff.
Right.
Like, it's the same thing, right?
I guess if that case, just like, hey, here's your pagan Christmas, and here's your Christianity Christmas.
Right.
Yeah, I saw that, and I was like, what?
I feel you.
But I get suckered in on some of these things
I know.
because I'll be going through, and these things come up, right?
Right.
Like me and you were talking right now, and it'll just come up on your phone because
Oh, yes.
it's ours listening.
Yeah, I'll know what it is when I scroll later.
Yeah, you'll find it.
It'll be
Yes,
there. I'm
it
telling
will
you.
be.
Yep.
So, I found something the other day, and I bought it for Andrew. It's not here yet, and you think, okay, it's on Facebook, so like, it's in the United States. It'll be here. Yeah, no. I'm telling you, man, everything you buy on Facebook, on the ads,
Right, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
all from China.
Yeah.
Because you track it, and it's like it's getting on an airplane,
Yeah.
and then it comes here, and then it takes like 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I ordered a windshield for my motorcycle. No, I got that here in America. The visor, I had to buy a new visor for my helmet, and that I was tracking it, and it got held up in customs, and like 3 weeks before anything, it was being audited or something, and
Yeah.
so I just canceled the order eventually, and like, yeah, okay, I don't got time for that. Like,
Well, I used to, part of my pipelining, the old company I used to go with, they're based out of Canada. And so when they mail us stuff or ship us stuff, they're like, hey, I'll be there in, whatever, 2 to 3 days,
right,
4 days, whatever.
Yeah.
But then if it gets held up in customs, it could take, who knows?
right,
And I'm like, then I was like, this is just not convenient anymore. So I switched to a different company, which is just in America, and then they don't have this issue anymore.
right.
But it just shows you like how much everything is. I'm telling you, everything's made in China.
Oh, mostly,
Yeah,
yeah,
and it used to be if it was American made, it was high quality, good stuff. Because everything, like in the '90s, man, everything that came from China was junk crap.
yes, 1,000%.
But it's kind of flipped now,
Yeah.
where if it's American made, it's like probably not going to be the greatest thing.
Well, it's because America pays so much in labor, they started cheaping out on the
Yes, to compete with
with
China,
China, yeah,
who
yeah.
doesn't care about any human rights, period.
Right,
So it's like now how do you compete with that?
right.
You can't. As a business, you can't compete
Right.
with slave labor versus American wages and all the other things,
Right.
health insurance, and all these different things.
I mean, China kind of played us on the whole thing. Let's flood them with cheap stuff.
Yes,
So, okay, and then America has to compete.
yes,
So they start making, then China's like, well, our labor is so cheap, let's start making things a little better.
yep.
Right?
And then the world created China. They were just a third world
Yes,
country
we sure did.
in the '90s, early '90s, late '80s, and
NAFTA.
now,
NAFTA created China.
yeah, Bill
100%.
Clinton.
Yes, 100%.
Bill Clinton.
Yes. Yes.
That's the one big thing that was bad about his pregnancy.
I mean, before that, the main competitor was Taiwan.
Yes.
Basically, everything was made in Taiwan.
Yeah.
But yeah, NAFTA opened the doors for China in a huge way. Mexico, South America, a lot of that stuff. But yeah,
It's crazy. But I remember you get the little, there's Matchbox cars and Hot Wheels. Those are good,
yes,
which I believe they were made in Taiwan. And then there's, my parents would occasionally, maybe Christmas or whatever, you get these Matchbox cars. I'm like, if I touch it, I think the wheel's going to fall off of it.
right.
But now it's flipped,
Yes,
except if you go to the Dominican. That's the thing that irritated me so much. They call them the Chino stores, the Chinese stores, and
Okay.
they're like the Chinese are trying to take over the
they'll
country.
probably do the same thing there.
Yes,
Yeah,
but it's like 1990 all over again. It's junk.
yeah, I see. Yeah.
Like the quality's crap,
yep,
horrible. I'm like,
chintzy and
yeah, like maybe it makes it home, maybe it doesn't,
right.
and it's
One use stuff,
yeah,
if that.
yeah, crazy. Have you been watching any of the stuff with Iran and all that?
I've watched a little bit. I won't say I've been fully invested in it lately.
No, because reality is like whatever happens, and
Right.
we have zero.
I have
Part in
100% faith that it's not a problem
Yes.
so far, right?
Yeah. So the only thing I didn't understand, and Trump's a smart guy, and you can argue all day long that he's not. Well, he is, because he'd outplay you on any business move you have.
Yeah, well, he's doing this to get away from the Epstein files. But go ahead. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, oh yeah, you hear that from everybody.
Yeah.
So the only thing I don't understand is, well, like we talked before, like he should have done it a month ago.
Yes.
Before they killed the 38,000
38,000 estimated.
Estimated.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because the liberals didn't have a problem with any of that, but
That was fine.
yeah, and I will use a liberal term on that one because
Well, it's the same thing with, like, these are the most mistreated women in the world that live in this country. We just
Yes.
liberated them.
Yeah, this thing-
and they're mad about it.
yep. Only ones in the world. Iranians are happy. Iranians are in any other country are happy.
Yes.
No, just white liberal women are really mad about it.
Yep.
Interesting, isn't that?
Yeah.
But they believe in rights.
I did something really petty the other day. I'll say it on the radio. So
right.
my buddy called me. He's like, hey, they're up on the common protesting no king, blah, blah, in Claremont. So he's like, I'm going to blast a vanilla ice, babe. And I was like, hey, go for it. I'm about to leave work in an hour. I'm going to go by and do the same exact thing. Yeah.
I'm guilty of doing that before this was a big thing.
Okay.
Like last summer, before Trump went really crazy with this, deporting, we were in this apartment building, and I don't know. Apparently, I was supposed to just go in the apartment, like they knew we were coming, and just go in, whatever. And then I could just hear some Asian people in the other apartment, and I'm like, and I'm knocking and knocking, and they're probably thinking it's like immigration. You got to pull them away. And then I pull out my phone, and Emery's with me. I played Ice Ice Baby, dude. I've out-peed myself laughing so hard.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Oh, it's so funny. But anyways, like Trump, the escalation has grown, right?
Yes.
So now we're at the point where we're dropping 2,000-pound bombs, and like we've,
Yeah, we are messing them up.
oh yeah, Trump came out and said that we've sunk like 20 or 30 of their ships, right? And then it was just a couple hours later, a general speaking, he's like, not to correct the president, but we've been busy since then, and now it's like 37. So basically, their whole navy is at the bottom of the sea.
Yeah, and that hurts China badly because a lot of Iran's military, their crown jewel ship that we sunk was a whole China built by China basically,
Yes.
and I think they're taking notice.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because they all have, obviously, they have Chinese weapons.
Did you see the laser beam coming out of one of our ships?
Not out of the
The-
ship. I
the-
see one in Tehran. Or
Okay.
not Tehran, in Tel Aviv.
Yeah, one of their crown jewel ship, we hit it with a laser beam from one of our ships, and it was like sci-fi. I never seen. It was just a laser shooting across the ocean, and their ship just.
Wow.
It was pretty insane.
Did you see the one from the periscope of the sub that sunk that ship?
I didn't see that one.
Oh, that's pretty cool. You can see the torpedo go, and the back of the ship just goes up in the air like 20 feet, and then so the whole back of the boat's blown apart.
Right.
And then it just sinks to the bottom of the ocean. And
Gone.
No, I've seen in Tel Aviv where Israel's using, they call it something beam or whatever, but it's a laser, and it's somehow they use that to shoot down the drones and stuff.
Right.
In the missiles coming in, and I mean, Iran's definitely put a lot of missiles and drones into Israel, but Iran's taken insane.
Yeah. Like, who could imagine America's going to pull up and these laser beams are just going to shoot out of their boats and incinerate everything? That's insane.
I was talking to my dad earlier. It's like, when we went in to take out, was it Moderna
Yeah.
in Venezuela, the story come out, and the military doesn't ever leak any of their weapons. They've
Yeah.
got things that we got no clue about, right?
Right.
But so they said reports from the guards and stuff that he had around him that when the U.S. military got there, some loud sound type weapon
Yeah, they use a sonic weapon.
dropped them to their knees.
Yeah.
They're bleeding from their noses, puking. It totally just takes them out.
Yeah.
And they go and they take him in the chopper. Now, obviously, our helicopter pilots got shot up. Two of the ones that we
Right.
talked about, State of the Union.
Yep.
But no casualties, whatever. Normally in war, if you have stuff like that, like the government's hush-hush.
Well, yeah.
There's
yeah.
a reason that was
Yeah.
told.
Yeah, we're
because-
letting the world. That same thing with this late. I'm gonna send you the picture. It was so insane. It was like something I've never. It's like a blast of fire. Just like wow.
It's crazy.
Yeah, we're not even shooting weapons anymore, really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just
And that sonic weapon, that's insane. Like,
yeah, it's interesting. Like, so, I mean, the latest thing I saw was like I've heard they've talked about a conditional surrender kind of thing, but
right.
it hasn't stopped. So you can't take a surrender at this
Right.
point, except for lay down your guns. You're gone. You will not be in charge of this government.
Right.
The people are going to put back their government they had 46 years ago.
Right.
Before these Islamic jihadists, terrorists, whatever, come in and took over their whole country. That's should be the only thing that we accept. It's interesting. So, like, boots on the ground are talking about, we don't want U.S. soldiers there, which I agree as well. So, we got a Iraqi, like, some group of Iraqis to go in. They went in later last week there and captured a bunch of Iranian soldiers and stuff.
Right.
And so it's like Trump's so good is getting another country to come in and
Yeah,
see
he's,
what it
he's
is.
delegating it out. Yeah.
Hey, you go do this. We'll do
Take it right. Yeah.
It's crazy. So yeah. So the only thing I was like questioning, I was like, I don't understand why you didn't go in. Obviously, besides a nuclear weapon, which I don't want to see that used ever
Right.
in the world ever. Which I've been a little nervous. I'm like, I hope Iran doesn't, or not Iran, Israel, just says, what, we're done. Because the people of Iran they have been held captive in their country for all these years.
Right.
Now, there are many of them, I'm sure, that believe in everything that country stands for right
Absolutely.
1 week ago.
Right.
But a majority of those people do not.
Right.
They said like 39% of the country is Muslim. The rest are either, mix of different religions.
Right.
So it's not a Muslim country.
Right.
It's a country that was taken over by Muslims 46 years ago. And those people, they went from, they were like a Western country. Like, women didn't have to wear that crap.
Right. They were
And,
free.
Yes, they were free. They came in, took, so all these people there like, oh, well, we shouldn't be doing this. And no, this should have been done a long time ago. No one had what it took to just go do it.
Right.
They've been a threat to us forever.
And yeah.
Remember this? I remember a picture of an American flag on the side of a building with skulls where the stars were, and then it says like "Death to America." I think I was in school at the time.
Right.
It has been an issue forever.
Yeah, I stopped and talked to a friend the other day, real estate friend. She's got to be like 60 maybe. But anyways, she's like, I can remember this as from a kid.
Yes,
Like us, like it's been a
it's
problem.
been 46 years since
Yeah.
that happened. Like,
Yeah.
And then Andrea shared this thing the other day of a 16-year-old that they executed, and you know what her crime was? She got raped, but they executed her because she's not pure anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the sickness
Yeah.
in that country, and
Yeah.
it's just we should have done it for those reasons, and it's also smart because it neutralizes our enemies like Russia and China. Like it takes away, it's attacking them without attacking them.
Yeah, it's going to be a serious oil issue for China.
You're right.
And then, of course, our prices of gas and stuff are going up here, which irritates me, too, because every drop of gas that's in those pumps right now, the amount of money that we're paying for it,
Right.
like, they already paid for it. It's
Yes.
not. So when they jack the price up a week or two ahead of any sort of increase coming over,
Right.
it's all a scam.
Yes.
We're all part of this whole scam to start with.
Right. Yes.
The prices don't fluctuate like that.
Yeah.
It costs X amount to make this amount of fuel, and then as the oil price goes up, the price goes up.
Right.
But then as the oil price goes down,
Nothing.
they don't. They
Everything,
still sell it.
everything stays the same.
Yes.
Yes.
And they slowly, like, remember in Trump's first term when barrels of oil were $1 a barrel?
Yeah.
I don't know why we didn't buy like $100 trillion worth of it.
Right.
Like, we should have just bought everything that they could produce for the next 100 years.
Right.
And we'll take it on credit, and we'll just keep sending you big
Right.
checks.
I mean, we do credit everywhere in this country, like
Yeah.
30 something.
$1.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, okay, why is this going to affect us so much? Because we have more oil in the United States than we need for the next 100 years,
They
200
should
years.
have. They should have spent $5 trillion on it.
Yeah.
5 trillion barrels
Yes.
at that cost,
Yeah.
and then we could have had cheap oil for infinity.
Yeah. It's a game. It's all a game. It's always been a game.
You're right.
They say there's so much oil in this country, we don't even need their supply.
We don't.
We don't.
Right. We have plenty of our own oil.
Yes.
Like no question.
You know who doesn't have enough oil? China.
Yeah, they're so I just hope our government's keeping a close eye, because there's no way they're taking these kind of hits and not thinking, ooh, maybe we need another COVID. I don't know what the answer is, but something.
Yeah, it's scary.
They're not going to roll over. They're too powerful at this point, right? Like
I would think.
I'm 100% convinced China is the reason COVID. China and Fauci and the Democrats, like, they're like, ooh, we need to stop this because Trump's
Supposedly
doing
in the Epstein files, they talked about something like this.
Yes, it's got to be. Like, it's the only thing that makes sense. Right? Like, and why we have these labs getting found in America nowadays. Like,
I'm telling you right now, a big reason that the Ukraine got attacked by Russia was because they have biochemical weapons in their country, whether they're Chinese owned or whatever.
You're right.
And Putin, like, everyone makes Russia's as bad.
I'm
Russia's
with you.
bad. Russia's
Yes,
bad. Russia's
yeah.
bad. Well, I don't know. He made satanic cults illegal in his country. He's done a lot of things.
Banned Muslims in his country.
Yeah.
No extremists in his. They don't have terror attacks there. Like,
Doesn't seem like the big bad wolf that you always hear about.
and he's. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you so much on this, because I don't see where. Like, he's not a great guy.
No.
Done some things in his life.
Sure.
But I think he cares an awful lot about his country.
Yeah. Excuse me.
No, you're good. So, yeah, I agree with you. I think, I think Putin was a better leader than Biden personally, because,
Yeah, Biden was a vegetable.
like, he was definitely more competent, like,
Did you see?
the Jesse Jackson thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, I watched it.
What a disgusting display. First of all, his son, prior to this memorial service, funeral service, said that anyone's welcome here. Don't care left, right,
Right.
whatever.
Yep.
But don't make this political.
Well, you
And
know.
everything that was said, from Al Sharpton to Obama to Biden to
Yeah.
Harris, all political.
Well, you know they're not they're not spitting facts when Biden tells the room he's just probably smarter than the whole room.
Yeah, I'm smarter than most of you here.
Yeah.
Like, smart enough to commit crimes and not get in trouble, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, that's just under the umbrella of Washington, anyways. Like, you don't have to be smart. You just have to have Washington in you.
The worst thing that ever happened in this country is Barack Hussein Obama.
I agree.
He was the sleeper cell.
Yeah, and I voted for him. Sorry, people. I did. The first time, like I said, I believed him.
Right.
Like, we're going to unite. Like, he had the power to do something special in this country, and he went right the other way with it.
A wolf in sheep's clothing.
Yes. Like, wow.
100%.
Yep.
Everything he did wasn't a uniting factor, which it could have been and should have been.
He had the best opportunity of any president in history to unite this country like it's never been united.
Yeah.
And he went the opposite direction. He divided it on purpose.
Yeah, because he was a wordsmith. He was super good.
Yes. And his heart is with him and his devilish people.
Yes.
Like, that's why. Like, because if his heart was with America and Americans, today race wouldn't even be discussed. It would just be and that's how most of us are anyways.
Right.
But, man, he just, sad. Breaks my heart.
I've been called out for on Facebook, somebody. Are you
Yeah.
telling me you're going to blame the black man for all the divide in this country?
Yeah, wow.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no, I'm not going to blame the black man like the way you're trying to say it.
Right.
I'm going to blame that man right there.
Yeah, I don't care if he was black, white, blue, green.
Exactly.
I'm blaming the man,
Yes.
the character.
Yes.
Like, because that's what we should. So frustrating.
When he says his country is built on...
The guy saying that to you is the actual racist.
Oh, trust me, I know.
Right? Like,
We've talked about him on the show before.
Yeah, yes. Like, he is actually the one being. Why is he bringing race into it? Like, it just.
It blows my mind.
100%.
But Obama said, like, it was Islam that built this country, right?
Yeah.
And we're not a Christian nation. Well, Trump's going to put that back this month, too, so...
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank God. I mean, like, really, thank God for for Trump. I can't even believe I'm saying that, but thank God for the things he's done for our country. And
He does a lot of dumb things, but...
yeah, I mean, everything he does is the greatest and the best.
Yes.
No denying that.
Yes.
I'm being cynical. But,
Yes. Very true.
but he makes the right decisions.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, like,
And no matter what, people like, we're just Israel's puppet, blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, Iran has always been an issue to the United States. Now, whether we're doing it for Israel or not,
right.
we're still doing it for ourselves.
Right.
Because this is going to hurt China a lot.
It hurts China. It frees there's so many benefits to it. And how you know everything's positive that's happening, how you know that is because the only thing the left has to say against it is it's a distraction of the Epstein files.
Right. Yep. Yet, here, perfect segue. The House votes 357 to 65 to block the release of congressional sexual misconduct.
Yeah, right?
Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, they don't want their sex crimes out there.
AOC said, I would have voted for it, except the way it was written, it could out the victims.
In which
Were they children? Because if they weren't children,
right.
you don't even have the right to privacy.
Right. And why are we should be worried about the victims, but at the end of the day, didn't the victims want most of the victims have been paid off by these people, so they can't speak against it.
Okay, so first of all, if they're victims of sexual misconduct, that means sexual harassment, not rape, not sexual assault.
Exactly.
Those are criminal crimes.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying there's not some of them there that aren't.
I bet there's in there.
Because I guarantee there is.
Yes.
But we're talking about sexual misconduct.
Right.
Guys, probably even women in there, but especially guys, obviously, that have done things with staff members, whatever, said things.
Offered, perks.
Yes.
Yes, I'm with you.
And you're hiding that.
Yes.
Like, I don't get it. Well, I mean, I do, because it's all the same.
Well, they get to vote for themselves on this, and they're going to protect themselves.
Yeah.
I agree. I think it's audacious that they get to vote for their own raises, too, but...
Do you think it's possible Trump could do an executive order to release this?
Oh, boy, that would go to the Supreme Court so fast.
I would just release it. What are you going to do?
Right.
If Trump had the list, I would just go and release it right now.
Right.
If there weren't if they weren't criminal things,
right,
there's no privacy.
Well, so there's some crazy things in our government. Like I just learned the other day that during COVID, we sent billions of dollars to dead people. And then Lindsey Graham's like, well, how come? So he went to the people, the registry of death in our country or whatever, and was like, does Congress and these people have a list? Whoever's sending these checks have a list of the dead? And they're like, no, we can't release the list of the dead people. It's private. So, like, that's a real thing. So they can just,
It's ridiculous, dude.
and there's people who are against it being released to the people who are sending the checks.
Yeah.
Or filing the unemployment or the welfare or the voting. Like, they're not, you're telling me you can't verify if somebody's dead or not?
Right.
It's a violation of who?
Because people are retarded.
Okay, I'm just serious.
They're straight up retarded.
Right.
There's something wrong with them.
Right.
It's like the medical stuff. It's at the point where soon you'll have to wear a bag over your head to go to the doctors because of HIPAA laws. Like, we can't know anything. You don't have any privacy going out in a public setting,
right,
and going into a building and going, to your doctor. You have privacy of what you're there for.
Yeah, this is going to be extreme, but I'm almost to the point where I don't think we should even have privacy anymore. Like, unless it's something.
You don't have privacy on how many other things?
Right. I'm just saying, just put it all out there and let's see who's who.
Yeah.
I mean,
what do you got to hide?
And I probably haven't thought that statement through 100%, but I'm just saying, I just feel someday it's all going to be out there. All the messages, I think it's going to be eventually.
We'll be all out there because everything we've done will be out there.
That's what I'm saying. At some point, I feel like it's all going to be out there for everyone to see anyways. Mm-hmm. So be cautious of what you do. Like, have good character because it's going to matter.
And Bible says that the things that are done in secret will
be revealed. Yes. So.
Yeah. So the Senate, this was prior to this other vote, Senate War Powers resolution failed 47 to 53. So John, I wrote Fetterman.
Yep, Fetterman.
Who, I got to keep giving this dude credit because
I know.
when I did the show with Steve, me and Steve would talk about how much of a muppet this dude was. He looked like Lurch from the Addams Family and everything. We think he was switched out at some point because he didn't look the same. Like, there's some weird stuff going on with him. And he's the only one on that side that has any common sense with some of this stuff. He's like, I'm an American first.
Right.
So he votes against it. And then Rand Paul is the lone Republican to support the bill.
Rand Paul's disappointed me in the last
Very
few
much.
years, honestly. Because he was the one that was really pushing the Fauci stuff for a while.
Yes.
I mean, Jim Jordan, too. But Rand Paul was right there. And then I don't know what happened. Someone bought him.
Someone.
Yeah, 100%.
Who knows?
Yeah,
Who? Someone did.
Right, but
Clearly. Like, this, I saw a meme the other day on Facebook. Like, why isn't Fauci
in prison.
in prison?
Right.
No one, you haven't heard his name in a while.
Yeah, he don't want, at this point, he just wants to disappear,
definitely
crawl,
does.
and live out. Yeah.
I don't want that to happen.
Right.
He should be tried for treason is what he should be tried for.
Oh, yeah.
And then when found guilty, the penalty for treason should be carried out.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm with you, because that guy did some evil things to this country. And
Some good things did happen last week, though.
okay.
The genius, Jasmine Crockett, just lost her Senate primary seat to a former middle school teacher, who this guy's another moron. Not as dumb as her, and like, because the things she would
Right.
say were just like,
Well, she's challenging this, right?
I don't know.
Illegal votes. I saw something. She brought it to the Supreme Court.
I mean, it was close,
It was 46 to 51 or something.
and you need so in Texas you need a 51% threshold to
right.
get.
And she's saying it's because voters after 7 p.m. their votes didn't get counted. But I watched the whole thing on it actually right before I got here.
Wow, a Democrat that's really concerned about rules on voting.
Well, and she brings up the ID and the fraud and yes.
She says that she lost because they cheated.
Yep.
And it's funny because that's how you said, like, with Trump.
Yes.
Like, Obama saying, like, it's election stuff, that's how Trump got elected this time. Like, these Democrats will literally take anything that happened 4 years prior and
Yes.
then suddenly...
Now they're the victim of it.
Yes!
Yeah. They created it.
They create it.
Yeah.
They create the idea.
Yes.
And then when they lose,
Yes.
they're the victim of
Victim.
the idea that they created.
Yep.
They're psychopaths.
Oh, they 100%. Obama, he was 100% in with all the stuff, the spying on the Trump campaign.
Yes,
They-
Russiagate, all of it.
The making up of the stories that one of Clinton's advisors went to Russia, stayed in a hotel, never spoke to no one overnight, and made up the story with the informants and all that. It was all made up, and they pushed it through. So they were about to launch, the field officers were about to launch an investigation into the Clinton Foundation, and Obama squashed it.
Yep.
It went to the top, and they're like, no, we're not doing that. Then into the murder of the guy they were just talking about that hung himself and shot himself in the chest. One
Yeah.
of the Clinton advisors there. That investigation was going to start, too, during that time. Again, went to the top. Obama actually lynched the one. Yeah. Anyways, it was basically Obama. Like, it got crushed. But what we're going to do, instead of investigating these two things during this time, we are going to create an investigation into Donald Trump and his Russian ties.
Right. As a distraction.
And the people just don't care.
No.
The left side, they just don't care. Any means to get Trump, that's fine. That's okay. But if Trump even says anything,
Yeah. There was,
it's just crazy to me.
over the weekend, there was a vigil for the ex-dead leader of Iran in New York City.
That's just
Anyone attending that, anyone that has any part of that, should be deported. And I don't even care if you're an American citizen. I don't care if you're an American citizen. They should put you on a plane, and they should send you to Tehran. Have fun.
Yeah.
You can join them. How's that sound?
why are we having? Wow.
There's just something broken with this where you can commit treason to your country. I pledge allegiance to the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty, justice for all. So we used to say that in school.
Every morning.
Yes, for a reason, right?
Yes.
These people don't pledge allegiance to the United States anymore. They pledge allegiance to anyone but the United States.
Yeah, it's. I mean, do they even? I mean, they don't. It's just so hard for me to wrap my mind around this because they scream about women's rights. They
Yes.
scream about individual freedoms.
Right.
All this stuff.
Yep.
And then when we go liberate a country,
Yes.
take out the people who are suppressing them and stopping that stuff from happening in another country,
Hmm?
now they're holding vigils for the people, for the dictators. It just
I watched the video.
make that make sense. Like
You can't, because you
Okay.
can't make someone that has psychological issues. You can't make it make sense.
Okay,
It's not.
because-
It's not possible. I watched this Muslim woman on her knees. Apparently, her husband. She did something wrong. I don't know what it is. And he's got this big old spoon that's all superheated. And in the penalty for whatever it is she did is to either, like, I don't know if gouge out your eye, but like something to your eye where you basically lose an eye, or you got to stick your tongue on this spoon. And I watched this woman have to do this because she did something wrong. Welcome to Islam in that country, which is the same thing they want to do in this country. They want to marry your 6-year-old, but don't worry, they won't have sex with them until they're 9 years old.
Yeah.
That is Islam. That is Sharia law. That is real. But people in this country, nope. That's not true. That's not real.
yeah. Well,
How many of these people, we've seen stories of women that have come in this country, young women, who unfortunately brainwashed by these other people, go over, join ISIS. Then one woman who I think one of them was killed. The other one might have finally escaped from it. But, you know, all the horrible things that happened to them because she just thought, nah, this isn't real.
right.
It's real.
Well, it's 100% real. Like, there's no denying it. Like, these people are throwing like, they want gay rights and transgender stuff, but then they support the people who throw them off rooftops
Yeah, if you
on
do
live
that-
TV.
You do that in Iran, you do that in Palestine, they'll kill you if you were the gay person over there.
Right, and that's what I mean. Like, but we're gonna hold a visual.
Yes.
Oh man, the nonsense.
So I guess in London, which this is amazing to see. So London was holding a pro-Palestine, support Iran, the current people in it, not the people, but the demons are on that country right now. Which,
Well, it's mostly Muslim now, right? Because they've let so many in, they've
Yeah.
taken over the politics. And,
but the great thing is what happened is, so they had that, and then a group like 10 times the size of it came marching through, and all those people went running away
right,
in support of what happened of Israel and of the United States bombing Iran. So like starting to see these like glimmers of hope, like people are
Right.
waking up.
hopefully,
I mean, there's countries in UK that have banned Muslims. Period.
right.
You're not coming
Because
to our
they keep
country.
because it's gotten so bad.
When you come to the United States, you have to assimilate to our culture. You become an American in our culture. But that's not what's happening. They come into our country, and then, no, we're not changing who we are.
Well, because they come here with the intention of taking over. Their intention
Exactly.
their long game is to take over America.
Yes.
And I would say 30 to 40% of this country is ignorant enough to
Believe it's not going to happen?
and want to help them get there.
Yes.
Until they're in this situation, then it's like, uh-oh.
They come in, they overpopulate you,
Or-
they get elected,
Yes, they get power.
They get power.
They outbreed
and
us.
their last phase of their whole thing is then they implement all their rules, their laws,
Yes,
and then they think all the women are going to wear burqas and they're going to marry your 6-year-olds and all that stuff.
right. Take
But you
over
want
the
to
world.
talk about Epstein?
Right.
But you want to talk about Epstein?
Right. I mean,
I-
that's the most important thing.
Yes.
But
I never heard of Epstein marrying a 6-year-old though.
no, me either.
No.
It's not Muslim. I mean, he's a bad guy, but
Oh,
yeah.
he's a bad guy for sure.
Right, but I agree.
Yeah, this comes to another topic I want to talk about, but it'll go, I think, longer than
Okay.
you know what? I'll bring it up.
Go for it.
Values, morals, and beliefs. They're not on a sliding scale. You can't believe something, but then depending who it is, suddenly, oh, that's okay with that person. You can't believe Epstein's a monster and should burn in hell for the things he's done to young adults, children,
Right.
whatever,
Right.
because his crime ranges a lot.
I'm with you.
But then say, Nah, Bill Clinton, he's not like that. No, it's not.
Well, you can't believe that a 50-year-old in a very high, powerful position has sexual relations with a 22-year-old intern. Think that's fine, and then believe anything Donald Trump does is horrible.
Right.
You can't believe, you can't be okay. So you can't say Donald Trump having his daughter sit on his lap, I've seen the photo a million times, is bad, but then ignore Joe Biden's daughter talking about him getting in the shower with her and as a little girl.
At like 13.
Right. So I'm with you. Right.
I can't handle this anymore. This, your morals and values, which you do not have any of. You think you do. And you stand up there and you act like you're all righteous and, Donald Trump this and Donald Trump that and Christians this and Christians that. Yet you will stand by monsters all day long as it makes you feel okay inside.
Right.
That's not morals. That's a mental issue.
Yes.
You have a serious mental issue.
Right.
If Donald Trump indeed is the monster you say he is, then he should hang with the rest of them.
I'm with you on that's the difference, though.
Yes.
Like, if there's anything out there that shows that he did stuff with little girls,
Yes.
like, I'm with you. Let's send them to prison.
Yes.
Firing squad. I don't care how you do
Exactly.
it. But they should all get it across the board.
Yes. Not
Like,
selectively.
Every Republican who was part of the Epstein, if they did anything with these little girls, every one of them. I don't care if you're left, right, in between. I'm with you because there should be no sliding based, like you said, based on who it is.
Right.
Like, that's just
Morality is morality and values are values. You can't say you're a person with values and then suddenly, you're talking one way and then the next minute you're talking like, well, no. I don't believe that. Like, I don't believe Bill Clinton did these things.
that's like letting your husband rape your daughter in your own house. And you don't say nothing, but as soon as you see the neighbor touch his daughter inappropriate, you call.
Well said.
Like, what are we doing
Well
here?
said. That's a perfect example of someone with a sliding moral scale who like, oh no, that's not okay.
Right.
But that was okay over here.
Yes.
No, evil is evil
Exactly.
and call it out for what it is.
Right.
And that's the thing. Like, like you're in the last days of,
Yeah.
You just see it because good will be called evil and evil will be called good.
Yep.
And it's exactly what you see right now, 100%.
Yeah.
And you've seen it for a little while, but it's
I mean,
so...
there's pockets of people in California who are trying to make pedophilia an acceptable thing.
Yes. Yeah, it's like part of the LGBTQ plus blah, blah, blah.
Like, what?
They have a special name for it and all that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
It's insanity. Mm-hmm. Like, what are we doing? But like you said, end of times, I believe I'm with you 1,000% on that because it's just, which is sad because we're here advocating for the right of things, but ultimately God's going to be like, what, enough.
You know what the Bible says about that? If you should touch one of these children, that it would be better for you to tie a millstone around your neck and throw it into the sea
Yeah.
than the fury that you're going to get from him.
Yes. Because, it's just, we do live in crazy times.
So if you think you have values, if you have morals, your values, you have beliefs, and you're listening to the show right now, and you're like, you're mad about what I'm saying because I'm not all against Trump and whatever, then you don't have morals, values, and beliefs in anything.
Right.
It's not a sliding scale.
Right.
If I find out someone super close to me that I have so much respect for has done something evil and bad to the level like these people,
Yeah.
then you know what? That sucks, but the punishment's it should happen.
100%. I'm with you. I'm turning them in.
Yes.
Like, no questions.
Right.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, even if it's somebody who's, like, I would turn my own kid in without hesitation.
Yeah.
Like, zero hesitation.
Right. Because you have values, morals, and you believe in something.
Like, I hope he gets, he or her, because I have daughters, and it sometimes is the other way, but I hope that they get the help they need, but I don't, like, they need to be locked up.
Yeah.
Like, or worse. Like, and I'm with you on that, because you're destroying a person's life, and I don't give a shit who it is. Poop. Sorry.
I'll fix it. Don't worry.
Okay.
No, I told my boys this. I'm like,
Just fear. It infuriates me.
It does.
Yes.
I'm 100%. If you, as I tell my boys, like, if you ever hit a woman, I don't care how old I am, I'll beat the ever living crap out of you.
Same. I've told my sons that. I was like, I don't care if she is smacking the crap out of you. I don't care.
Then leave.
Yes. Be the man. Turn around.
Yeah.
Like,
You don't hit a woman.
right. If you have to if she has a knife or a hammer or whatever, you have to
Right.
restrain her.
I mean, if she's trying to kill you, I guess. But
Neutralize. That doesn't mean punch her in the face, though.
Right.
That means you're stronger.
Right.
Right. Like.
yes.
But yeah, one of my sons argued with me this a few. He's like, if a girl. I was like, yeah. Well, I'm just telling you, I'm showing up next
Right.
with your brothers, like because it's zero tolerance.
The only sliding scale I'd have on that would be if it was like they had a night, like if you had some monstrous woman that was trying to kill a
Yes.
bunch of people, like that's different. Now you're just a straight up demon, but you don't hit a woman.
My first wife broke my foot with a hammer as I was running up an open stairway and stabbed me in the hind quarter with a steak knife, and then took a lamp by the cord, swung and smashed across my face, and then called the cops on me. She got arrested and removed from.
Yeehaw.
But you know what I did to her? Nothing.
Right.
Nothing.
Because you don't hit a woman.
I just separated myself far enough from the situation.
Right.
I got out of harm's way
Yes.
after I got my thoughts back. But
Right.
Yes.
It's, but that, like I tell my kids that, once again, those are morals. It's
Yes.
not like, well, I don't, even if it was Hillary Clinton, who
Yes.
is the most evil woman on earth,
Yes.
you don't hit her.
You don't. You just don't.
I'll watch her be executed for treason.
That's
But you don't
different.
hit her.
Right.
You just don't.
Right.
You don't hit women.
Women. Yeah. That's just a fundamental belief.
Yes. I wanted to talk about that for a little bit, and I was like, when we fit it in, you can't have a sliding scale.
Right.
You either believe in something or you don't.
Exactly.
And if you don't, just don't pretend. Just be
Right,
genuine
right.
and real.
Right.
Like, well, my morals are on a scale. Okay, well, if I don't agree with you, but if that's how you are, at least you're being honest.
Right. Right.
Most of these people don't. They stand up. They're all
right.
righteous, but then when you mention something about so and so,
Well, selective righteousness isn't all that righteous.
no, it's not righteousness at all.
Right. Like it's just
Exactly.
so.
All right, guys. Hope you have a great week, and yeah, we'll talk to you on Thursday.
See ya.
Bye.